Let's start on our hands and knees. First, we'll fire up the body with some variations of planks and stretches. Start by protracting and retracting the shoulders. Now you want to move them up and down at your own pace and do this 10 times. Inhale as you lift, exhale as you lower. Next, place your hands facing the opposite direction and lean back gently and slowly and go forward and back. This stretches the muscles in your wrist and gains strength and flexibility as well. Now here I am just going to simply stretch my hands in the opposite way because the other one was a very intense stretch and this just makes it feel so much better. Now I really like this stretch because it gives you a sense of how to balance on your entire palm of your hand, and I just move to the side and I do that a couple times. And this is my favorite part. Let's go into a plank and just plank it out. I'm going to move forward and back. It's just going to fire up my shoulders and make them really burn. But I promise you, this is the perfect way to gain strength in your shoulders and your shoulder girdle. I also want to point out that you can do this at your own pace. You can do this 10 times, 20 times. It doesn't really matter. It's all about how you feel and how much you think you can do with your body. Alright, here I'm going to show you the rotation of your elbows. You want to make sure that they are pointed forward and not just in a relaxed position. This one can be a little tricky just because Bakasana is all about balance, but this really opens the hips for Bakasana. Now that we are warmed up, we're going to try and alternate our feet. So you want to come into a squatting position, bend the elbows, lean the weight of the body forward, push shoulders into the ground, lift one foot, and then lift the other. When you feel pretty stable there, you can try bringing both of your feet into the body and really protract the shoulders and pull in with the core. And you want to make sure that your back is rounded forward the entire time. So you want to tuck under the tailbone, suck in the lower belly. The lower ribs are inside and round the back and protract the shoulders. So you don't want to open the chest when you're in crow pose. Now for the next one, this is straight arm, and I want to keep my knees under my armpits and I want to really pull in with the core as I alternate lifting the legs. Remember, when you're in Bakasana, you're balancing on your wrist, so you need to lean far forward, and you feel like you're going to fall, put a pillow right in front of you, and you can also use blocks to help lift your feet. And this is really fun to do, but here's just some little frog hops that you can do to help gain strength and get a sense of balancing on your hands. So for these next couple drills, it's all about where you are in your practice. So if you want to do a little tiny hop, then go for it. If you can float your way to your hands, then also go for it. It's all about preference and how you are in your practice. So practicing those little frog hops are going to help you learn how to jump into Bakasana like I just did here. It will also help you learn how to, once you can get into Bakasana, then you can eventually jump out of it and into Chaturanga. I like to think of Bakasana as baby steps because there's lots to it, and once you learn those steps, then you can jump back and really use your core. Bakasana was my first arm balance that I learned to do, and it has taken close to 4 years to really get to straight arm. And I just really want to emphasize to you guys that it's all about practice and consistency and dedication, and also the passion for the practice of yoga. And I really hope that you thought this video was informative to help you soar in Bakasana. And if you have any questions at all, please feel free to comment below and even message me personally. I also want to thank Yoga Club. Being a tri leader has been so much fun and inspiring to my practice, and I can't wait to see what is yet to come.